What if I told you a AAA game studio just admitted their story wasn't very good, and instead of fixing it, they doubled down on gameplay? That's exactly what's happening with Crimson Desert, and whether they meant to or not, they've just exposed one of the biggest truths in gaming. So here's what's going on. The CEO of Pearl Abyss straight up said the story in Crimson Desert didn't really land. It was undercooked, a bit rushed. And instead of delaying everything or trying to rewrite the whole thing after the fact, they made a call. We're focusing on gameplay. Now at first, that sounds like damage control, right? Like something went wrong and they're just pivoting. But the more you think about it, it's actually a really telling decision, because it reveals how games actually work. Not how they're marketed, but how players experience them. See, most AAA studios love to sell you on story. Big cinematics, emotional dialogue, Hollywood-level performances, and yeah, that stuff matters. But Crimson Desert flips the priority. The story, it's just one piece of the puzzle. The real focus is what you're doing moment to moment, combat that feels weighty, exploration that pulls you in, physics that create chaos, freedom to just mess around in the world. You can spend hours in that game and barely touch the main story, and that tells you everything. This isn't built like story first, gameplay supports it. It's built like gameplay first, story is optional. And here's the uncomfortable truth a lot of studios don't like to admit. Players forgive bad stories. They do not forgive bad gameplay. Think about it. You'll sit through a mid-story no problem if the combat feels good, movement's smooth, and the systems are actually fun to engage with. But the second gameplay feels off, clunky, unresponsive, boring, you're gone. Instantly. Because gameplay is what you feel, story is what you watch, and those are not the same thing. It's the difference between watching a movie and being inside one. And let's be honest, most people don't replay games for cutscenes, they replay them for systems. Now this is where it gets really interesting, because gameplay creates something story can't fully replicate. Emergent moments, stuff that just happens, like you're climbing up a cliff, right out of nowhere, ambushed, you panic, you slip, fall halfway down, and somehow survive on 1 HP. That wasn't scripted. No writer planned that exact sequence. That was you, your decisions, your timing, your mistake, and your recovery. That's your story, and it hits harder because you earned it. That's something even the best written narrative can't fully recreate. So when the CEO decided not to fix the story, that wasn't laziness, it wasn't giving up. It was prioritization, because story is one and done. You experience it once, maybe twice. But gameplay compounds. Every improvement ripples across every fight, every interaction, every single session. It scales with the player. So Crimson Desert didn't just show off a game. It accidentally revealed something a lot of studios won't say out loud. You can fake a good story. You cannot fake good gameplay. At the end of the day, story gets you interested. Gameplay keeps you playing. But the systems, those are what you remember.